Now at 10 o'clock, 12 News begins this Sunday night with a developing story. For more than a month, no one has seen a Buckeye mom who vanished. But today, search crews spent the day looking for her. 46-year-old Hope Tucker was last seen with her son before she vanished a month ago. That announcement coming just today. 12 News journalist Chase Golightly in Buckeye tonight with why it took investigators so long to release the information.
Jonathan, it's because Tucker's family just informed police about it yesterday afternoon, leaving a huge chunk of time investigators now have to account for. From the sky and ground, Buckeye police searched for 46-year-old Hope Tucker near Verrado and the I-10.
We've attempted to ping Hope's phone, but have been unsuccessful in gaining any information about her whereabouts.
Krista Planelp with Buckeye police says Tucker was last seen on May 22nd, driving a purple Dodge Charger with her son when the car broke down on the interstate.
We're told that the two left the vehicle to find some shade, and that sometime after that, that Hope may have suffered a life-threatening medical emergency.
A DPS trooper found that purple Charger hours later, but no one inside. The son was also found, but 2 days later, and near this gas station in bad shape.
The son was transported to the hospital where he stayed for weeks receiving treatment.
Buckeye PD said Tucker wasn't with him. They also said the son has autism and is nonverbal. So it wasn't until a relative from another state went and picked him up from the hospital a month later and asked where his mom was when he finally told him about the situation. He said they were walking when his mom fell to the ground.
Shortly after that, Hope had closed her eyes and stopped speaking. And so the son believes that he saw his mother die,
Putting police at a disadvantage in the search for this missing mother.
It's incredibly challenging for us because of the communication barrier, because of the time delay, and because of the heat.
I did speak to a relative of Tucker's, and they tell me the entire family is praying for her safe return home. If you have any information on her whereabouts, you are encouraged to call police. We're in Buckeye. Chase Golightly, 12 News.
Let's hope someone can find her soon. Chase, thank you. Today also marking 3 years since geologist Daniel Robinson also went missing in Buckeye. He was last seen leaving a job site near Sun Valley Parkway and Cactus. His Jeep was found nearly 1 month later, rolled over in a ravine near that site. Leads from the public continue to pour in, but detectives still have no answers in the case. New video into the 12 newsroom tonight showing a minivan involving in a hit-and-run crash back in March. Tonight, authorities say that a 17-year-old boy was riding a miniature motorcycle with a group of friends near 7th Street and Thunderbird when a woman pulls out of a private driveway and hits that teen before taking off from the scene. The teen suffering serious injuries, including 2 broken legs. We're told the woman driving a red minivan, possibly a 2008 to 2012 Chrysler Pacifica. Right now, a $1,000 reward is on the table from Silent Witness for information leading to an arrest in the case. Check this out. A woman now facing DUI charges after plowing into a North Phoenix hardware store this morning. Look at the damage. Officers say that 32-year-old Alexandria Montgomery was behind the wheel of that car when it went into that store near 51st Avenue in Bell. We're told officers issuing Montgomery a citation and then released her. Police not saying exactly why they chose that route. No one was hurt in the crash. Tonight, there's no word on if the business has since reopened. Let's talk weather tonight. We are tracking another week of extreme temperatures and some potential rain popping up on radar while you sleep overnight. Meteorologist Ginger Jeffries here with your weather impact forecast to get us ready for the new work week.
And we also have to talk about the monsoon meter because it is up, folks. We've got a 3 for the valley tomorrow because we do have some isolated storms expected from northern Arizona into the White Mountains and southeast Arizona. In fact, right now, live Doppler radar, look at this, just north of Wickenburg. This is a flash flood warning. It will expire at 11:45, but it just kind of lets you know the powerful storm activity that's packed in the atmosphere. Again, most of it staying to the north of the metro area. area and south in Tucson. We certainly saw that impact yesterday, but more moisture is lifting on in. So we've got hit and miss activity basically over the next 3 days. Now, let's couple the humidity with the heat, and here we go. Forecast highs tomorrow, 110 degrees, but look at all the monsoon moisture that should be rolling in. Late afternoon storms, I'm tracking that, plus talking about numbers getting back up into the 110s. Coming up, my full forecast. Jonathan?
All right, Ginger, we'll see you in a few minutes. Thank you. Here's a look at some of the stories we're following for you tomorrow. New ordinances to tackle teen violence incidents will go into effect in Chandler, including the outlawing of unruly gatherings and brass knuckles for minors. A person attending an unruly gathering starting tomorrow can be cited if they fail to leave. Repeat offenders can also be charged. Parents can also face violations for their children's actions. As for those brass knuckles, no one under the age of 18 will be allowed to buy them or possess them. Violators can be charged with a Class 1 misdemeanor in both of those cases. Also happening tomorrow, Vice President Kamala Harris set to make her third trip to Phoenix this year. The Vice President will be in the Valley to mark the second-year anniversary of the Supreme Court's decision to overturn Roe v. Wade. The VP reportedly hosting a campaign event focused on reproductive freedom. 12 News political journalist Bram Resnick will have complete coverage for you throughout the day on air and online at 12news.com. Now to Decision 2024 and the high-stakes debate preparation ahead of this week's presidential showdown. President Joe Biden is cramming this weekend while former President Donald Trump hitting the campaign trail. At a rally last night in the city of brotherly love in Philadelphia, Trump taking shots at President Biden's debate prep routine, implying that Biden wouldn't be up for the challenge unless he was given drugs.
As you know, it's been reported that right now Crooked Joe's gone to a log cabin to study, prepare. No, he didn't. He's sleeping now.
How is debate prep going?
Meanwhile, President Joe Biden is hunkered down at Camp David for intense prep sessions led by former Chief of Staff Ron Klain that will also include mock debates. Former White House counsel Bob Bauer playing the role of Mr. Trump in those mock debates. The president says he is looking focused to Thursday night's debate on abortion rights and what his campaign says is Trump's record of undermining democracy. Trump says he's also made a choice on a running mate and plans to announce his pick for vice president at Thursday's debate. Sources telling NBC News tonight that the focus has been on these three top contenders, each with a history of being critical of Trump. They include Florida Senator Marco Rubio, who ran against Trump in 2016, Ohio Senator J.D. Vance, who adamantly opposed Trump before entering politics, and North Dakota Governor Doug Burgum, who briefly ran against Trump for this year's nomination. All three VP contenders are now loyal allies of the former president. Thursday's debate will not have an in-person audience. Microphones will also be muted when a candidate is not speaking. But before that debate and November's election, 12 News wants to hear from you about the issues that matter most to you before you step inside of the ballot box. Share your thoughts through the Decision 2024 survey. Join in on the conversation right now by using the camera on your mobile device to scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. You can also find more information at 12news.com/tell12. We'll share the results of that survey with you this week before Thursday's presidential debate.